Hard Rock.
You know how they say, like, look no further? Well, look further.
Hard Rock.
Now poops a list.
Hard Rock.
So it's a lot of organized chaos.
Hard Rock.
I can't even really get mad anymore.
Hard Rock.
The schedule, by the way, I didn't even know existed.
Hard Rock.
I've been on for 5 minutes.
Hard Rock.
I guess that tells you everything you need to know about Hard Rock Lunchbox.
Hard Rock Lunchbox.
Greetings, salutations, and happy Thanksgiving, good listeners of the Hard Rock Lunchbox, and of course the Top 20. How is everybody doing? It is a simply beautiful Thanksgiving Day here in the Northeast. It is November 23rd, 2023. How's it hanging, my guy? Man, I took the morning off, slept in a little bit. I don't feel any better for it. So if you're expecting any weird transformation, you know how they say, like, look no further? Well, look further, because that's that's what's up. But like always, that we've done for the past 10 years, we are live on Thanksgiving Day to bring you the best of the box. Now, arguably, the first year we did this, not so great. We'd only been on the air for, a couple of months. In fact, I'm not even sure that I even bothered to do it. I know somewhere along the history of the Hard Rock Lunchbox, we used to have a third special. So traditionally, the Thanksgiving Day is the best bands of the box ever. So that is like the most played bands, regardless of song, the most played bands, like occurrences of bands on the box ever. And then just after New Year's, we do Song of the Year, which is obviously for the prior year. That is a big one. That is a very coveted one, and that is very important. We take that one very seriously. We take this one very seriously, but as seriously as we can take something, we take the New Year's one the most serious. Now, what we also used to do, and I have stopped doing it, mainly because I just forget and honestly don't care, is that we used to do on the anniversary show in August. We used to do the most played song ever. And that was kind of a big deal, but it felt very much like a repeat of, whatever the New Year's one was. So that has just gone the way of the dodo. And honestly, I keep forgetting to celebrate the anniversary of the show anyway, so I guess that tells you everything you need to know about Hard Rock Lunchbox and just how important it is to nobody. But I want to thank everybody that's here today, cooking in their kitchen or just hanging out or doing whatever they are doing to get ready for their Thanksgiving Day festivities. If you're even having Thanksgiving Day festivities, honestly, the thought of having the day completely off to do absolutely nothing but binge watch sounds pretty goddamn good to me right about now. Yeah, I feel like I could go for some of that, but that is not the case because I'm here for the next 2 hours, and I'm bringing you the top 20 bands of the box. So like I said, we do this every year. We calculated out the software I used to do this. The software I used to do the show keeps a running playlist, so I know what my playlists are. I know what I play every day. Or every day we have the show. So it's super easy to tally it up. In fact, I have like a little README script that I just follow the instructions and out poops a list of, the top bands. So I have the top bands. I have the top 25 because, just in case like I run short or run long. But those of you veterans of the show will know the way this usually goes is that I take a little bit of time to kind of make sure I have enough material to cover the whole show, and then I go like really slow at the beginning, and then I realize that I'm running late, and then I really speed up, and then what I do is I end up finishing early, and then end up just having to talk a lot at the end. So it's a lot of organized chaos, which I know some of you really do appreciate because this is the only place in your lives where you have such chaos, and the rest of you know exactly what I'm doing because it's exactly how you live your life, and I feel like those people deserve like an extra bit of a shout out. So let me give you one of those. But it is Thanksgiving, and I still have the top 20 to do, even though it'll probably be closer to a top 10, and that's fine because I don't think anyone really cares. I just wanted to make sure I was actually recording the show because wouldn't that be the second time that happened? Is everybody listening? Is it me? Am I broadcasting? Am I not transmitting? Let me just double check here. Hang on. Am I really not transmitting? Uh-oh. Hang on. Let me just double check. Yeah, sounds like I'm not transmitting. So, what would keep me from transmitting? Let's see. Transmitting. Nope, it says I'm transmitting. Am I transmitting? Hang on, let me just check the chat here. Am I transmitting? Because it says I am, but I've been on for 5 minutes. Sweet. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, hang on. Alright. Okay, transmit. Let me stop. Okay, stop that. And I'm going to transmit this again. You know, I can't even really get mad anymore. I mean, we've been on this show, we've been on the air for like 10 years, right? Like, so obviously you're going to have some technical difficulties. It's just so funny. I don't even quite understand this one. I guess I'm so grateful for the station that I work on. Like, seriously, like WNRR, like 99WNRR.com, 99NRR, 99WNRR, and New Regal Radio, like, just going all the way back, because it really is a bunch of people that just really are just trying to do a good job, and it just, you know, sometimes things get messed up. As far as I can tell, somebody else was running another show because I wasn't listed on the schedule. The schedule, by the way, I didn't even know existed. And the only reason I didn't know existed is because I just do the show to do on Thursdays. I've just done it. I've done it for as long as I can remember. Like, I can barely remember not doing it. Like, that's how long I've been doing it. So apparently that's what happened. So that's all cleared up. So I am on now. I do have the opening 5 minutes of the show that I recorded here, so that'll be part of the top 20. But we are hella late to the show, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and start. Basically what we do, even though I covered this, but while no one was listening, what happens is, so on Thanksgiving Day, we used to have three countdown shows, right? We used to do the one on the anniversary show. That was the most played song ever on the box. We have the one just after New Year's, which is the song of the year for the previous year. That is the most coveted of the three, as far as I can tell. But today, on Thanksgiving, that we do every year, I think is probably the most important, because it's the band... it's the top 20 bands that have been played the most on the box during its 10-plus year residency here on WNRR, and I think that is super important because it establishes legacy, right? Like, and I feel like that's probably one of the most important things. I did just watch on Netflix the Painkiller docuseries, which it's a dramatization for sure, but I really suggest that every single person in my listening audience watch it. It's 6 episodes. It is so intense, and if you are not upset every single video, then you're not, every single episode, then you're not doing it right. But what they talk about in the Sacklers is how important legacy is. And I feel like legacy for a band really is important. It really is about everything that you kind of accomplish. And the reason that the top bands of the box is so important is because it spans career, right? It spans records, it spans songs. It's not just one song, one good year. It's like, how many good years have you actually had? And how many songs, how many times have I opted to play your band on this show? What I find interesting in the top 20, and there's 2 exemptions, right? There's always a couple of exemptions because I just have to do them. But we're down to 2 exemptions this year, so it's going to be 22 songs if I can squeeze them in. But what's important about those 22 bands is, of those 22 bands, 16 of them are local bands, and that to me is still awesome, because it just, even though we're in kind of a drought, I thought, for like local music, there's not a lot of local bands producing a lot of good local music lately, but because historically they have, there are still so many of these bands that just make it into this top 20 plus whatever bands in the box. And I think that is the true importance and the true meaning of how good some of these bands are, which is, of course, the entire purpose that this show started with. So, on this day of thanks for everybody, I guess, except the Native Americans and anybody else that's not in America, I do want to just say thank you to all my listeners, both past and present and future. So that's not both. That would be all three, past, present, and future, for listening to this show, understanding what this show is about, tolerating me and my nonsense and my occasional technical difficulties, and just being part of the show, right? Like, I feel like it's very much like P.T. Barnum, whatever that movie was, and this just being part of the show. Like, if all the world's a stage, I want everybody here to have a ringside seat, because I think it's important for us to do this. I think it's important for us to do this together. And on Thanksgiving, I think it's time to pay some homage to some of the greatest bands that I have ever heard, as proved out by the fact that they just show up here on the top 20 bands of the box. That's right. I'll give you one of these. All right, so we are running super duper pooper late, so I'm just going to get into number 20. They are Canadian, but that's okay because they look just like us. And coming in at number 20, it's I Mother Earth. And I went with Used to Be Alright because, you know, it used to be.